To be you.
It is finally over, my dear. The Ancients' plans are finished. For now, at least. You have proved to be an incredibly courageous young woman. Your mother and father would have been proud of you, just as I am.
Oh.
I'm sorry it had to be like this. It's not quite the inheritance I had in mind for you, but there was so little time, and so much to do. Goodbye, Alex. I will miss you.
As I gazed up at the ancient I had brought into this world to stop Pius, my mistake was made clear. This ancient could lay the world to ruin just as easily as Pius's would have.
Told you.
And yet, as quickly as it began, it ended. To think that once I could not see beyond the veil of reality, to see those who dwell behind. I was once a fool.
Well, the ending was okay. I can't complain about this. I'm usually very picky with endings. What is ending? It ended. It ended the game. Oh, there was an ancient. Oh, we bonded. Okay. You've overcome the darkness that has prevailed for over 2 millennia. This accomplishment will begin a new era for humanity. Now, would you like to record this grand occasion into pages of human history? Yes, save and continue. The pages of human history, that is my saving card. Memory card. In memory of Ben Dyack, 1920 till 2000. Aw, he was 80. He lived long enough. Well, he could have lived longer, that's not what I'm saying, but 80 is not a time where you'll be like, oh, he was so young. Anyways, the ending was okay. Like I said, it ended. It didn't leave any open ends like, oh, what would have been if, or something like the gate suddenly opened again or whatever. And I don't know what happens if you beat the game 3 times. I'm pretty sure I will never find out unless I check YouTube for it. Because I won't play this game 2 more times. Neither as a long play nor as private, perhaps in a year or so I may pick it up again. It wasn't a bad game. It was okay. Like I said, the combat could have been a bit more interesting. The Pius fight was okay, like this, it was, in my opinion, the most you could do with this combat system. Like running, hitting, running away, stuff like that. Things that increase a combat system is stuff like dodging and blocking. If you can actively block or dodge an attack in a combat, it makes the combat a lot more interesting. Just a little hint for game designers. I like combat systems where you can actually block and not only like run away or run in a circle around the enemy to block its attack, to evade its attack. The story was, yes, there wasn't, in my opinion, there wasn't really much of a story. Every story that can be put together in one sentence. Somebody wants to summon an ancient and we have to stop him by going through time and meet lots of people and stuff. That's kind of the story of this game. There was nothing, no deep story. Like every chapter could have been something more. Why was Elanarae or Ellen or whatever her face was, the dancer in the temple? Why did she have the Tome of Eternal Darkness with her? It was a tome more, but she had I can't remember. Stuff like that, I don't know. They tried to give each character a small little story, but yes. Oh well. Not the same woman who made my character made the ancient. Yes, overall this game is okay. It's playable. If you want to play it, just do it. It's not a bad game. A bad game would have been worse. It kind of dragged out at the end. That's what kind of what annoys me. After a certain time, I'm not one of these people who demand 80-hour games, except on stuff like, for example, Clouds of Xene, Dark Side of Xene, the Might and Magic series. I'm fine if an RPG drags on, because I actually have character improvement, even though the game drags on. So if a game takes 10 hours to complete or more, which is normal for an RPG, my characters grow stronger. My characters do grow stronger and stronger and stronger, and I can grind and I see improvement in my characters. The problem with these games, like, there was no improvement. I got all the spells at around the middle of the game, except some smallish spells I never used. I didn't get better in combat, and that drags on. Unless there's a really good story behind it. I didn't improve my character in, for example, Battle Frame. But the story was so engaging, I had to play. I had to carry on playing it. This story, it wasn't that engaging. It was okay, but it wasn't engaging. I don't know, it wasn't my story. Even though I like ancient horror stories. They should have just used the normal age. They used the well, it was Edgar Allan Poe they quoted at the beginning, and not Lovecraft. Or is it Poe or Lovecraft? No, it was Poe. They should have just used the normal ancient. Then again, they don't fight each other, so. Anyways, another Let's Play done. I don't know exactly what I will do next, but I will do a game next. I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see each other next time. So, take care and goodbye.